Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 6 with me, FalseSymmetry. Today we are at my base. Now I want to quickly apologise, not for anything you guys are necessarily going to know about because, well, the whole point of the apology is that something didn't happen. And that is that I was meant to have a video as usual up on Thursday. I wasn't happy with it. Literally just wasn't happy with it. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Put my hands up, wasn't happy with it, therefore it never happened. And with that, yeah, I just want to make quality content and be happy with it. If I'm not going to plan on doing it. Like, if the video is going badly, whatever, I'm going to restart and redo it, and I really want to be, like, happy with stuff. So for some reason, I wasn't happy with it. It just, like, the progress didn't happen, didn't have enough time on the video, and I was only really getting on with stuff in the Nether Hub with Cubfan, who is, if you don't know already at this point, he is busy working in the green tunnel. I helped him out a whole bunch with it, spent a whole bunch of hours digging out with him, but yeah, let's just say I just wasn't happy with it. So apologies for that, but also you're welcome because you don't have to sit through a rubbish video. But anyway, you can see what I'm doing here. If you're wondering what these bird poop things are for, they are like measuring sticks, basically to measure the trees. So that tree there was the first tree I ever built. I measured it and it was 27 blocks tall from sort of around about where the trunk starts at the bottom. And I basically want all the other trees to be a very, very similar size because of course they're exactly the same type of tree. So that's what I've been doing with those, which is why I think all of these are pretty uniform. They all look like they're from the same family. They all obviously look completely different, but at the same time are all very, very similar, even though they're on different heights of flooring, because that's a big difference. Like, you know, if I was to make a tree there and then make the same tree there, it'd be a lot shorter. So one thing I've just decided upon, but I got removed the trees before I showed you, my bad, is that, yeah, originally the plan in this forested area here that hopefully we're going to try and work on today was to use the trees from the general area, oak and then some birch. That's what was all around this whole place when we sort of, I think, landed here and decided to build. But they just don't look good with these big trees. The scale is too short. These small trees wouldn't survive under the cover of big trees like this. Granted, there aren't as many big trees as maybe there may be in the future. I'm actually working on one, of course, here, which I want to finish up in a second. But yeah, basically, it's just not going to work. So I think what I'm going to do is head into a creative world and make up some sort of smaller trees, but still maybe possibly half the height of that. So I guess let's try for like 15 blocks tall or so. That should be about right. If we could find a really cool mix that would go really well with these, that'd be amazing. But I also feel like we're not going to be able to do that. Spruce type trees in shape are sort of what I usually go with. Don't know if we can make a bigger version perhaps of the ones Rendog's going with. I didn't really realise Rendog was going to go with dark oak, otherwise maybe the colour palette of these would have changed, but at this point with the size of these trees I'm not I'm not changing them, Ren. I'm sorry dude, I'm not changing them. It's not going to happen. They took way too much time to build. But yeah, actually, while I'm over here derping around, I wanted to tell you guys about an event I'm going to. It's called the Digital Kids Show. It is in London on the 26th and 27th of May. Myself and Tycerex, as well as a whole bunch of other awesome people, are going to be there. There's going to be a whole bunch of different stuff you can find out. There's going to be a website link down below if you want to get tickets. I believe the tickets at the moment, as I'm recording this, are 50% off. So hopefully, if you do want tickets, you're still able to get that deal there. That'd be awesome. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm actually going to be doing something that I don't usually do at events, which is selling merchandise. And as you guys know, at the recording of this video at least, I don't have any merch. But hopefully it'll go well, and if people respond really well to the merch, I will hopefully have a website up and running later on this month with that merch and perhaps some other kinds of merch, perhaps that are just online only and stuff like that. And yeah, something you guys have been bugging me about for a long time. So yeah, if you want to come along, let me know down below. Digital Kids Show, what is it, 26th and 27th of May, which is coming up really, really soon, I realise. But yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun couple days. And that tree is looking ugly. Let's get back to work. Okay, who's ready for a major twist in today's episode? It's not the most exciting twist, but it's a twist nonetheless. I need desperately to get some name tags. I have underprepared, apparently. I thought I was really prepared. Not quite, but basically, long story short, I have a live stream, which will be, I think, today and tomorrow for you guys. Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, the 11th and 12th of May, I believe. I'm raising money for St. Jude, as I have done for the last 2 years, and one of the things I do for certain donators that select it is name tag mobs on Hermitcraft. One, there aren't a lot of mobs, which I think I discussed in a previous video, so I need to actually go and, I think, breed some around the place if I ever find any, or even just, like, spam some around, maybe some chickens and stuff, so at least there are actually mobs around, because I think that might be difficult to name some when there aren't any. And secondly, yeah, name tags are an issue, because, I just have no name tags. So, the cup just told me that you can get them via trading, so we're going on an adventure to trade and to figure out how to get the most name tags in the shortest amount of time, because I need these by tomorrow, and let's just say it's already nearly 9 PM. So, I don't know, I've never seen name tags pop up here before. So let's go through and see if any of these guys... Oh, 22. Okay, you know what? I'm going to grab some signs real quick, and I'm going to label them so that if there are multiple, I basically know which ones to go to, as no one's really using iTrade anymore so much. So I'm going to quickly put, like, a 22 on here. What about you, sir? Do you also trade them for 22? Maybe they're all 22. That actually could be the case as well. But at least there are multiple people doing it. That's fine. I should really put it down there. That's actually a good idea. But yeah, you can tell I'm in a rush. I'm not even formatting these properly. I'm just straight up wanting as many name tags as possible. So I guess wish me luck. You're 21! Oh, perfect. Cub fan's turned up. He's donating some. TY, if I have any left over, Cub fan, I will be giving you some. I'll be giving them back. If I have any left. Hopefully I have some left, because otherwise that would have been me running out, right? I guess what I should do, right? On the thing where you guys select the name of tag a mob, I should put like a number. I'll put like however many, like there's only going to be so many. Like say we get like 50 name tags, I'll put there's only 50 of those name tag a mob options. That could be interesting, that could definitely work for us. But yeah, oh my goodness, 20 these guys. Oh, perfect. Okay, you guys are the MVPs possibly. So, right, I guess I need to go also find some melon and some pumpkins and things like that I can trade with these guys. And hopefully we can make even more than, yeah, all of these guys are good. That guy's 21. Okay, fine. We're done here. This guy right now is being the MVP. Oh my goodness, look how many more stacks I've got. 3.5, and that's only like, with like 10 minutes or so. I mean, granted, I have been buying like all of the stock in here. Or at least up to, like I'm not going to buy too many potatoes, for example, because as soon as I locked out potatoes, I can't unlock them again unless I have something different. So I'm only buying sort of rows of stuff in here when I can. How are we doing though? Okay, that's not too bad. Anything more? Oh, he's gonna open up stock again. That's all I have at the moment, dude. Let's see. You won't have any of those. That's not probably enough of those. That's fine. Potatoes. Will you finish off the potatoes for me? He will indeed. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, that's good. Right. Let's see how many name tags I guess we can get. Let's start off course over with the 20s. And we should be good to go. Hopefully we're gonna get at least a fair few of these. Oh. Thanks, ma'am. I mean, if he's the MVP, you're the LVP? Question mark? Right, twin LVPs here. Really? What about this guy? You better not be LVP as well, okay? You are. Are you gonna... please? They can't only let you have one. That's unreal. It's unreal. What about you? Speaking of the row of LVPs, let's go with you. Maybe it's just all of them. Oh! This guy's at least gonna let me do 2. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the extra. Any more? No, okay, fine. You might as well be LVP as well. Okay, found the MVP for name tags. It's this guy. This guy for sure. Oh. Is it? Did I lie? Did I lie to the... I lied to you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Right, not so much. Okay, a whole bunch of time later, and we have 58. That's pretty good going. We can always get more during the stream or tomorrow morning when I'm setting it up and stuff. I'm going to try and find somewhere to get a whole bunch of sugarcane without also trying to get rid of all mine, because I probably need fireworks myself as well, but I'll get that in the stream. Anyway, lots of charity stuff, but yeah, that's ready. We're ready to roll with that. Sweet. Cool. Everything else, I guess I will do live. Anyway, so yeah, let's get back on with the project. Let's take a look up here. I think I've done stuff that you guys haven't seen in terms of finishing that tree off. It's looking good now. I think the layout is really nice. It's very layered. I just need to obviously do the custom trees like I mentioned before I interrupted myself, which apparently is actually possible. Yeah, it is possible in videos. Who'd have thought it? Right, I've just finished off this tree trunk. I think that's a good sort of height. It looks absolutely awful, but so do these. So my theory is, if I add the leaves in the shape that I want this to be kind of a willow tree, sort of mushroom shaped with sort of dangling bits. That's gonna be the way I'm explaining this. So what I've done is I build it up to like here, and I think here is going to be sort of where we want most of the cover to be. We can sort of miss out gaps here and there. I can probably grab a pair of shears and like go at this perhaps to make sort of more holes where it's needed. That was not great. Actually, let's quickly look at the color of those leaves. I don't know if birch is going to be a bad choice. I think it's going to be the closest to spruce, right? Color-wise. They're the only two leaves, I believe, that do not change colour and therefore are the same in all biomes. But we might change the leaves, we might change the bark. We can do that as long as we got the shapes down. That's the plan, right? So anyway, I'm going to try and make a circular dome shape up here. So I'm going to cut you guys out of this because you do not want to see me place 1,000,001 leaves, I'm sure, in this sort of fashion the whole time. But I'll try and make a sort of a roundish shape that's quite natural, hopefully. It looks currently very not natural. But anyway, let me start adding loads of leaves to this. And hopefully we can make it look good. Well, that just looks like I've just stuck one of those branches on top of it, which isn't that great. That needs to be way taller for sure. But let's have a look at like how we can make it look from below. I'm definitely thinking we need to like do something like this, right on the very, very edges. Like so. So it feels like, yeah, that and a taller top part. I think that's going to work. We need to have these a bit big because, yeah, scale-wise, that's going to work a lot better than like a tiny, teeny little tree. That will not work. Right, well, I think this with all the stuff around there, all the like ferns and mushrooms and stuff, this isn't that bad, I don't think. Remember that these are all going to be sort of intertwined. We'll probably add vines and stuff to some of them at a later date. But I need to like sort of get all the placements correct first. What? Ren, why is there a trap here, Ren? Ren, you've made a trap. What is this? Oh, this is his nose. Did he have a big dent in his nose? I guess a fantasy dragon could do. Okay, so rather than making a tree, I've got an idea. You might be able to guess what that is. Why did I sound like Woody the Woodpecker then or something? You might guess that it's going to be some sort of tree shape, but not an actual tree. So, got myself some mushroom stems, got myself some red mushroom blocks, and I'm thinking, let's move the shulker box. Let's make some sort of big mushroom somehow. Similar sort of style as this, right? Oh, we're gonna have that issue though. Okay, yeah. Let's restart and move it this way a bit. Okay, plopping the top on. Now, a little bit worried that, this isn't odd. I guess it's not a bad thing. But I'm worried that it's like the same size, if not bigger, than the tree next to me. Let's have a look right over here. I mean, oh. That's the worst little mushroom I've ever seen. Okay, one moment. Needs to just a little bit more work on this. Just a tad bit. But I might run out of blocks if I put too many down, so I need to be a bit careful here. Okay, so I'm thinking we need to make it more sort of like an overgrown version of the normal ones, because then we can mix in some normal ones just for scale. And then some of these, because I don't want it to just feel like it's Alice in Wonderland, which I feel like it's almost starting to feel like a little bit. Oh, so what I'm doing is doing this in the middle part, so that I can get that feeling of like the inside of a mushroom, you know? You know what I'm on about, right? But I do need to be a bit careful with these. This axe is very powerful. Right, before I run out of blocks, let's just have a look at this, because we don't need to worry too much, because this probably isn't the placement for these, but we do need to just see, before nighttime, again, what these look like. So, let's step back over here again. I think that just a little bit better made, and a little bit more in proportion. That dropping down maybe one, maybe two more blocks, so you get a proper, like, you know, shape. And also shrink it down a little, just a tad bit. Make the base a little bit less, yeah, sort of the same size as this, a little bit shorter than this. A little bit smaller than this would be perfect, but bigger than the normal mushroom. Right, well, yeah, I think we've sort of decided there. I am running out of time for today's episode, if you can't tell. Yes, the charity stuff did sort of have to take priority today. I apologise, but, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed it still. Yeah, ignore the back of that. And yeah, I want to maybe make some, like, shrubby areas, sort of like a jungle has. I was thinking about different foliage that obviously isn't a tree. So I came up with that, and then I thought, you know what, little things like this. Maybe with a lighter leaf. Maybe with a birch and or oak, or those types of leaves. But yeah, we're really liking our colour palette. It's moving along. And I definitely think this kind of tree is more what we want to fit in between these big ones. And maybe even add a couple more big ones and get the scale like really like hitting you hard over here. I really want the scale to be like, boom! Big giant trees, big fantasy, giant mushrooms, Alice in Wonderland vibes. Yeah. I love that. Anyway, guys, this is going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, even if it was a bit of a shorter, derpier one than usual. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Do come along to the charity stream if you're watching this somehow on the Saturday or Sunday that it goes up, because it's going to be a fun one. I'm very much looking forward to that. So that's over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FalseSymmetry. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
When Stanley approached the end of the video, he clicked the subscribe button.